¡Ay, ay, ay! ¡Un muro amoroso!
It's a Conspiracy is a proud member of the Alberta Podcast Network, locally grown and community supported. For a list of other fun programming, please check out the albertapodcastnetwork.com, where you can find shows like Quantum Kickflip.
So now that started.
Okay, mountains aren't funny. They're hill areas. Hilarious.
Oh boy.
Okay, so this.
I think you've peaked.
Hey! Yeah, you did.
There we go. That's a better
save.
This is our Dreams special. Welcome back, everyone, to the It's a Conspiracy podcast show. This is the podcast where we lay out the beliefs behind selected conspiracy theories, alternative accounts, legends, myths, and more. I'm your host, Andrew, and I do not claim to be an expert on anything we're going to discuss today, and will probably be wrong about everything because my wife and I went out to celebrate our wedding anniversary last night, and I am hurting. So much fun. But I'm way too old to be having so much fun. We threw axes. Have you guys ever thrown axes?
Oh, man, I've always wanted to do that.
Oh, man, so much fun. I didn't know I needed to do that. And I'm like...
And you still have all your fingers?
I still have all my fingers. Yeah. Oh, that would have been a great, like, no! Oh,
oh damn. The moment's gone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you get any bounce backs?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think I actually only landed, like, one. But it felt so great. And, like, it kind of makes this like thock sound, like when you
feel it in your soul.
I can feel it in my arm. I'm just like, oh, why? Like I didn't know that axe throwing was so hard, but
there's a muscle there, you know.
There is, yeah. My axe muscles.
Yeah,
axe muscles.
Yeah.
Every Canadian has one of those.
At first, I was like, I could chop down a tree with this thing, and then like 2 throws, I'm like, oh, let's
get the chainsaw.
Yeah. If you'd like to see where we dug up whatever cavities we're going to be extracting today, then please check out the episode description. Charlie spends all of his time in there just detailing them and making sure they're all nice and crisp. And he needs you to see what he's done. All of his time is in there. He needs you to see. Lastly,
Witness me, brothers.
We are a proud member of the Alberta Podcast Network, locally grown, community supported, and awesome. Thank you for allowing us to be part of the network. That's always really, really nice to think about. You can check us out at itsconspiracypodcast.com. Our Twitter, at Is It a Conspiracy? That's run by the Irish Madman. Our Facebook group, our Instagram page, It's a Conspiracy Podcast. That's run by Gorgeous Greg. Our email and our Patreon page, patreon.com/ It's a conspiracy. Dude, did you have a voice modulator? I'm just going to let you with that. So patreon.com/ It's a Conspiracy.
I love how you said that without even moving your mouth.
Ventriloquism on an audio podcast.
Joining the online distance communication time today is Charming Charlie and Gorgeous Greg. These bad hammer vampires will interject as they see fit. And I do so appreciate their digital company. Yeah, we're gonna have a sharing time today, which is nice.
What's a bad hammer vampire?
A bad hammer vampire? Like a bad hammer, the Hammer films? Bad vampires? A bad hammer vampire.
Bad hammer vampire.
Yeah. It should be a hampire. I should have...
Let's go take another swing at it?
These hampires. That sounds like a pig who's a vampire.
Yeah, they probably did that on the Muppet Show.
Charles, with a yes or a no, can you tell me if you've heard of quadrither of these theories here? Quadrither, yeah. Number 1, 10 fun facts about dreams.
Yes.
Okay. Number 2, Andrew's dreams.
No.
Okay. Number 3, Charlie's dreams.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Number 4, Greg's dreams.
No.
Okay, so are we doing this alphabetical? Is that what we decided?
Yes, that's right. Alphabetical. Okay. My robot beep bop boop machine randomizer is broken. Let's just say that.
Okay. It done busted. Subject number 1, 10 fun facts about dreams. A chap I know, he got a role where he was paid to sleep. It was his dream job.
Hey-o.
The sell. You're not even really selling these things this time. Have another cup of coffee there.
Yeah, I gotta choke back some.
Come
more.
on, give it some energy.
Some vitamin C. You need some electrolytes there, bud.
It was a late night. Dreams. The pictures, things, events, stories, collaborations, feelings, etc. that play out in your brain while you're sleeping. So much fun. We usually have them, I think exclusively have them during the REM stage of sleep, and it's all a bit of a bloody mystery as to why we have them in the first place. There's a lot of different theories on it, but the only thing that we do know is that basically all living beings dream. So there's some fun facts about dreams. Number one, dreaming is you can learn while you dream. So while you dream, your brain is busy honing its problem-solving skills and learning things. You might be perfecting a new skill or studying new information, and good sleep complete with dreams can help you learn more quickly. So if you're trying to learn something, if you go to sleep, you might have a dream that you're like studying about what you're learning, which sounds really exciting. And then you're actually cementing your knowledge of that, which is amazing.
Nerd.
I know. I go to sleep and I read books all night in my sleep.
I wish.
Number two, dreaming is some people dream only in black and white. 12% of people only dream in black and white. Age plays a factor in this phenomenon. As people 25 or younger, that's Greg's demographic, say they almost never dream in black and white, while people 55 and older, that's how I'm feeling today, they tend to dream in color about 75% of the time. So this kind of goes the other way than I thought it would. The older you get, the more colorful your dreams get. Oh,
I would have thought it would have been opposite because that's the way that IRL movies happened.
Mm-hmm.
And dreams are like what I like to consider them think movies.
Number three.
I'm never calling dreams dreams ever again.
Yeah, there's no reason. Number
Welcome
three.
to the It's a Conspiracy Think Movie special.
The next fun fact about think movies here is the faces you see in your think movies, this is a little scary, are probably those of people you already know or have seen before, even just once. So like that nice guy that got the snake out of the basement when you were a kid, that you might have been like dreaming of that guy every time you've had a dream since.
Snake out of the basement.
Yeah. You gotta.
I don't know about that one, big guy.
Is that a problem you have often? You got a snake loose in the basement?
It is very difficult to prove scientifically, according to the journal Trends in Cognitive Sciences. What an exciting journal that sounds like. But there have been studies showing the areas of your brain most active during REM sleep are also responsible for facial recognition. So somebody had this theory, and then the part of your brain that's like, I remember where faces are, that gets all lit up like a pinball machine when you're dreaming. So they're like, there you go. I would imagine you two handsome devils show up in people's dreams all the time.
Try and stop me.
Yeah.
That's what I do in my free time.
I'm a think movie star, baby.
Think movies really does work. Number four. Dreaming is blind people experience more sensory dreams. People born blind experience dreams, but not through the sense of sight. Instead, they have dreams that are reliant on the other senses. If their dreams are still as intense as those with sight, same parts of their brains are activated, and those who become blind later in life will experience visual images in their dreams, however. So if you go blind, you'll still have visual dreams. Now, of the three of us, Charlie is the most blind.
That's right.
I would imagine he has... Do you have, like, touch dreams? I almost said finger dreams, but that's not a...
That's a story for a different podcast, buddy.
Man.
I don't know. I mean, I definitely don't have smell dreams. If that's, I feel like I feel things in my think movies, and I definitely see things in my think movies. So
you're double sense compromised.
I got a bad D&D roll.
Yeah. Oh man.
Nothing.
But some other stats are pretty jacked. So I got some jacked stats.
You got some jacked stats.
So it balances out.
Number five. Dreaming is animals also have dreams. Humans are not the only species that dream. Your cute little kitten convulsing on the floor while sleeping really was dreaming. This is something they tested using a CAT scan.
Boy.
Oh, man. You are just plugging them all day today.
That's good. That's good. I like it.
So anyway, that little puppy that was like running on your lap doing the like It was dreaming, and many animals also experience heightened brain activity and dream while they sleep. And again, if you're teaching your pet something, there's a good chance that it is dreaming about like rolling over or yeah.
That's the cutest thing I've ever heard. Your dog's just trying to be the best it can be.
Yeah, all the time. There's no
I'm gonna be the
stopping.
best. I'm gonna roll over all the time.
Yeah.
That is, yeah. Number 6.
6.
Dreaming is. There are differences in how dream characters are cast based on your gender. The majority of men tend to have, this is kind of surprising, all male characters in their dreams. And however, when women dream, they have a more even mixture of males and females in their dreams. Of course, this is people like reporting on it. And as we'll talk about in the next fact here, most of us barely remember any of the dreams we have. So people are like, yep, just guys. Yep, just the ladies. Yep, a little bit of both. So
It's 2021. Do what you want.
Yeah,
what you
man.
want.
Dream
Dream
how you wanna.
think movie how you want to think movie.
Hey.
Number 7, dreaming is.
7.
You almost always have multiple dreams each night, even if you don't remember them. And they're probably very, very short, seconds long. While you may not remember most of them, people think that you probably forget about 90 to 95% of your dreams. Not only that, but if you do remember your dream, if you wake up, there's a good chance that I'm sure we've all had this, like you had a dream and it was this cool story. You're like, man, that's awesome. And you're like, I'm going to think about this, write it down tomorrow. And then the next day, it's gone. Whatever it was. Yeah. So you should keep a little dream journal. Charlie, you still have your dream journal, don't you?
I do. Yep.
Yeah. Do you still have your dream blog?
It is on my blog spot. Yeah, yeah.
What?
Charlie has a dream blog.
I just wake up and start typing furiously into my laptop in the middle of the night.
You'll never believe what Andrew did to me in my dream.
Number 8.
8.
Dreaming is, both men and women experience arousal during dreams. While it is often perceived that men experience more sexual arousal during dreams, both women and men experience arousal equally during REM sleep. So your body just does its thing regardless of gender. Number 9, dreaming is.
9.
Dreams recharge your creativity. So sleep recharges your body. Dreams recharge your creativity, which might be why we dream in the first place. And this is according to the American Psychological Association. This is because dreams are they're not necessarily creative themselves, but the process that your brain, like when you're dreaming, the same parts of your brain that make the creative thing happen are all activated. So this is why people think that if you're prone to dreaming, then you might be more artistic. And if you are prone to not remembering your dreams as often, then you will be slightly less artistic. And that's also part of the brain solving problems, because you could have creative problems. You could have 99 problems.
But a dream ain't one.
But dream ain't one.
10.
Dreaming is, number 10, dreaming is you cannot read or tell time in your dreams. While dreaming, most people are not able to read or tell time in their dreams with accuracy. This is because that part of your brain is shut off. So you can recognize faces, but if you try to crack open a book like Greg was talking about, that sounds like the most exciting dream ever. Oh, Lord of the Rings.
What a horrible book to read while you're dreaming. Come on, man.
So if you look at the pages in your dreams, then you probably can't actually read anything. Oh, a bonus dream fact. Dreaming is your mind is more active while you are dreaming than when you're awake. So even though your body's resting, your mind is more active than when you're awake. During dreams, your mind is learning, problem solving, and it's just making sense of all the information you absorbed in the waking hours. I feel like we already covered that, so that's really not a bonus fact.
You really sped past that information.
Yeah. Well, it's just... Yeah. I think I started writing another one, and then I'm like, I've already written this. Why did I?
It just sounded so good the first time. Why not do it twice?
That's right.
Why not do it twice?
This one you wrote while you were dreaming.
Oh, wouldn't that be amazing? I actually wrote part of this yesterday afternoon while I was about to have a nap on my phone, which I don't normally do. I don't normally write on the phone, but I was
It's more comfortable if you have a nap in your bed as opposed to on your phone, though.
What's going on?
You're not the only one who can hit him out of the park, Andy.
So that's ad number 1.
With Pod Power, our sponsors are making it possible for us to amplify the voices of Albertans and Alberta podcasters. This episode, Edmonton Community Foundation is helping us give a Pod Power shout out to Your Forest. Your Forest is a podcast about the natural world. Hear stories about the environment, renewable resources, conservation, forestry, hunting, fishing, and more. This is a podcast for those who cannot live without the joys and wonders of all wild things. Find Your Forest wherever you get your podcasts or at yourforestpodcast.com. That's yourforestpodcast.com.
All right, subject number 2, Andrew's dreams. I'm excited to share this with you guys. Speaking of which, I landed my dream job at the guillotine factory. I'll be heading there tomorrow.
I gotta get together some stings, like some
100%, or like even the price is not right.
yeah.
The price is wrong. The falling dream. I'm going to talk about the falling dream. I have you in my brain about once or twice a month, and it's always really exciting. Do you guys get the falling dream sometimes?
Oh, I thought you said the following dream. You mean
The falling
dream?
falling dream.
I've had them
Yep. Not regularly.
a couple times.
Couple times. Yeah. Greg, are you a falling dreamsman?
It's not in my high in my dream rotation, I don't think. It's not something I put on repeat, that's for sure.
I definitely do have this one on repeat. That's interesting. We all have. Yeah. According to a number of psychologists, if you believe in psychologists from around the world, dreams about falling are among the most common of dreams. The meaning, if there is one, is a very hard thing to pin down, but there are a few ideas regarding its origins. Ian Wallace, what a great name that is, a psychologist, he says that a falling dream indicates that you are hanging on too tightly to a particular situation in your life. You need to relax and let go of it. So maybe I'm just holding on to something too tight.
Let it go, man.
Yeah, let it go. Other experts have suggested when you fall, you have no control and have nothing to hold on to. Thus, your falling dream is analogous to a situation in your life where you are lacking or losing control. You are feeling overwhelmed, perhaps in school or your work environment, in your home life, or maybe in your personal relationship. You have lost your foothold and unable to keep up with the demands of your daily life. Isn't that comforting? That's comforting to hear. You're like, it's all falling apart. That's why you're having that dream.
Sweet. Just falling into that crippling depression.
Yeah, I know. Wash over me, depression. Come on aboard. Yeah. Our favorite coke snorter, Sigmund Freud, was the first to point out that different people having the same dream means different things to different people. There is no one standard issue that applies to everyone, and although the experience is similar, the foundation behind it is entirely colored by everything else going on in our lives. So we can all have the same dream. It doesn't mean that everything's falling apart or that you're holding on to things too tight. But you might be doing just fine. That's just your brain being like, hey, we're doing the falling thing tonight. You know, that old chestnut.
I looked at the schedule, and it says here we've got falling dream scheduled for this evening. So buckle up.
Yeah.
That's not what I reserved. That's the wrong room.
Psych Central, one of the dark web resources that are available in our episode description, has the following account. A woman dreamed, I'm standing on top of a high building with my husband. He embraces me and tackles me to make me laugh. That should say tickles.
He tackles me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway,
He makes me laugh.
he
What an
embraces
asshole.
me and tickles me to make me laugh. A woman nearby says, oh, watch out! Suddenly I lose my footing and fall from the building, tumbling and screaming. My body hits the pavement and shatters into 1,000 pieces. The woman is around 30 years old and suffers from acrophobia. I'm not sure what that is. She associated to a recent argument where her husband had hit her. So she's like, I think I'm dreaming about my husband hitting me for some reason. And then she recalled a memory of her father throwing her up in the air and not catching her and her falling and landing on the ground. So for this woman, falling and splattering alludes not only to the fear of annihilation by her husband who's hitting her, so like maybe go get a new husband, but also harkens back to the trauma of her father dropping her, the memory of which lingers in her body ego. I've dropped both of my children a number of times, so I'm just kind of...
Oh, boy.
It is this original trauma that remains the source of her acrophobia, recreated in this traumatic dream. The woman who shouts, "Watch out!" is probably her mother, or like the mother role. And she's like, why didn't she protect me when my dad threw me up and dropped me down?
Didn't catch me.
Yeah, didn't catch me. Why didn't my mom jump in there and catch me?
Thanks, Dad.
What a horrible trust fall.
Dream experts have suggested that the falling dream is closely associated with the Running Man dream. That's the one where you dream that you're...
Just do that one dance move over and over, just the running.
Oh, totally.
Man. Yeah, for a half hour.
Like in bed, like your legs are... You're running, but you're like lying there. So your partner might be like, hey, can you stop punching me for a few minutes?
Just like dogs do, right?
Yeah. It's the exact same.
That's the cutest thing I've ever seen, though. Like, literally, is that dog is like...
Oh, it's adorable.
Sorry, for those that can't see what we're doing, I'm pretending to be a dog asleep, waving my arm and
it's adorable.
Stuff. Yeah, it's adorable.
So it's associated with the Running Man dreams, and it's also associated with the I've been turned to stone dreams, in which you are paralyzed. So that's the dream where you're like, I'm about to fall off the balcony and crash into 1,000 pieces.
Are you going to leave any dreams for me and Charlie to talk about?
Yeah, you got a real potpourry of dreams here, pal.
Nope, I'm not talking about it. It's associated with the Running Man dreams and the turn to stone. So the thing is, if you're falling, an often element of it is like, why don't you grab that handle or the railing and like stop yourself from falling? And you're like, I can't move. So that's a part of it as well. Whenever I've had the falling dream, it's usually falling from a bridge or off of a balcony. And that's probably because I'm a little scared of heights. Scared. And I'll do that awful thing where I wake up in like the most spastic way possible. So I'm lying there, and then all of a sudden just like, and arms and legs flailing about like a decapitated ostrich.
My goodness, and you're a large person, so I hope you have a king-size bed.
I don't have a king-size bed. No,
for your wife's sake.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, no, she thinks it's funny sometimes, but then sometimes it'll happen like we both got to get up early for something, and she's like, okay, now don't do that thing where you like
no falling dreams tonight.
Slap it in the face,
scare the hell out of me in the middle of the night. Okay, I'll try, sweetie. That's usually what sets it off too. If she's like, don't do this, and then you're like, oh, now I'm actually absolutely going to do this.
You just wait for her to go to sleep, and
and then gotcha. We call it the Jimmy legs in our house. I don't know if you guys refer to it as the Jimmy legs.
I've also referred it to Jimmy legs.
Yeah.
Legs.
Yippers. Anyways, that's the falling dream.
Actually, that's pretty interesting. I'd kind of forgotten about it until you were talking about it, but I have had more of the falling dreams than I previously stated, because I can think back to it now. I think of them as jumping dreams, because for me, they always start where I jump and I land, and then I jump higher and then I land, and then that continues until I jump so high that I lose control, and then it's a falling dream. So it's kind of like, I don't know why I keep jumping. There's no reason. I'm not reaching for anything.
No.
I just do it.
Playing MJ. 3-pointer.
Oh, man. So, Charles, what are you going to share your dreams?
I am going to share with you a thing about, for me, dreams where your teeth fall out or crumble or shatter.
Like just you saying it out of like my flashback that this is a dream that I have.
That's right.
Way too often.
Keeping it light, keeping it fun.
Yeah.
The most common type of disturbing, reoccurring dream that I have is one where everything's going along just fine and dandy, and then for some reason, I feel something weird's happening with my mouth. I reach up just to give it a little check, only to find a tooth or teeth that are so loose that they then just kind of come right out in my hand. And, maybe this happens a time or two before I wake up in a panic, and then, automatically have to check just to make sure that all of my IRL chompers are all accounted for. Ugh. Yeah, that's terrible, right? It's horrifying. Nobody should ever have to wake up like that. But I am not alone. This is actually a pretty common type of dream. According to a 2018 study in the journal Frontiers in Psychology, 39% of respondents reported that they had experienced teeth dreams at least once. Sometimes they just fall out, sometimes they rot away, and sometimes they shatter. Researchers looked at the possibility that this dream could relate to both dental issues and psychological distress, but no clear answer was found. Probably because dreams don't necessarily have just one meaning, and dream interpretation is more about personal experiences than literal fact. But all that being said, here's a quick list of the most common interpretations of the dreaded teeth falling out dreams. 1. Feelings of insecurity or shame. If dreams represent feelings more than literal symbolism, then losing your teeth in one could represent a lack of confidence and or self-esteem. Number 2, rebirth or transformation. Carl Jung thought that losing your teeth in a dream could parallel the act of losing your teeth as a child, in that it's not necessarily a bad thing, but rather a sign of growth or positive change. So it ain't all bad, baby, which is interesting because usually it's a terrible feeling to wake up to, right?
Ugh, totally.
But
you ever talk to people in your dream while your teeth are falling out and you're like, oh, don't worry about it, it's just my teeth.
oh, excuse me, it's just a thing that happens.
Just 1 second.
Sometimes they just fall out.
My teeth are falling out too. It's okay.
Yeah, don't worry. It's just, whatever. It's a thing.
Just a regular occurrence. Don't worry about it.
It's a living. Number 3, lack of control. No one would choose to have their teeth fall out while they sleep. That would be silly. These sorts of dreams might be caused by things in your life that make you feel powerless, like issues that are out of your hands or overwhelming change happening all around you. You know, things that you just can't control.
It would be hard to choose with no teeth.
Good. Number 4, feelings of loss or grief. If your subconscious is attempting to deal with a real-life loss, it could possibly manifest itself by making you lose other things while you dream, like your teeth. Pull it together, man. Pull it together.
We're almost there, but
we got one more of these. Number 5, literal dental issues. One idea is that these sorts of dreams might actually be caused by literally grinding your teeth while you sleep in real life. Now, while grinding your teeth can possibly lead to subconscious thoughts about your teeth falling out, the reverse scenario is also possible. Having a dream about your teeth falling out might lead to you grinding your teeth in your sleep. Ugh. This line of thought turns into a real chicken/egg/ what came first kind of problem. You know, does grinding my teeth cause teeth dreams, or do teeth dreams cause me to grind my teeth? I mean, for me personally, I know I have had issues with grinding my teeth. So that's a possibility, but I don't know which came first, the chicken or the egg, right? But also I feel like usually when I have these kinds of dreams, it's usually more of the lack of control camp kind of thing, where some shit's going down in my life and I there's nothing I can do about it. So those teeth just pop right on out, you know? What about you guys? You guys ever have these kind of dreams?
Yeah, I've never had this dream before. That I can remember. It sounds terrible, but I don't think I've ever had this dream before.
Oh, lucky guy.
Like I said at the beginning of your thing, this is a dream that I don't have it all the time, but it is probably one of my most frequently occurring dreams, is that I have teeth falling out.
Yeah, that's why
either
I jumped on this one,
really bad at in real life, or
do you ever wake up with like a sore jaw? Like, do you? Because that's a common.
No, I don't actually. I like to sleep on my back, so I have my head back and I snore like a fucking walrus. Oh. So, ladies. Sorry. But no, man, I hate waking up in the morning after like a teeth falling out dream.
Yeah.
Like I can already feel it. Like it's going to happen tonight. And I'm like, I don't want to go to bed.
No.
But it's the worst. Like I joked about, like, you ever talk to people in your dreams while your teeth are falling out? I do it constantly in my dreams when my teeth are falling out. It's like, I got something to say. There's like 5 teeth. And it's like, oh yeah, don't worry about it. We'll just continue on.
When you were describing that, it feels to me like if I had a tooth pop out, but the way you're describing it feels like your teeth are shooting out like a Pez dispenser. There's just like unlimited teeth, just like buck, 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 just.
It kind of feels like that sometimes, like, man.
Terrifying. Yeah.
For me, it's more of like I just reach up and I'm like, something feels weird, right? So I reach up and just like, and then boop, they just pop right out, right? Like just in my hand, and I'm like, well, that's not supposed to be. That's not right. That ain't right, you know.
I didn't have corn for dinner.
That's right.
Yeah. No. Time to contact the Dream Journal Frontier.
That's right. Dear blog, it happened again. That's dreams where your teeth fall out, or crumble, or shatter.
ATB Cares. Donate to your favorite charities through ATB Cares. ATB Cares is a platform that allows you to donate and have your donation matched by ATB to further your impact. ATB will match 20% of every dollar donated to Alberta non-religious charities to an annual limit of $360,000 dues. Eligible charities may receive up to $5,000 dues in matching per year. Individual donations qualify for a maximum donation match of $500. Plus, donors automatically receive electronic tax receipts. Isn't that fun? Find out more at atb.com. That's atb.com.
All right, then. We're at subject number 3, Dream Time with Greg in the Fields.
If you should die before you wake...
In the fields.
Are we going to get traumatized again? I feel like everything we've been talking about is giving me the creeps.
No, this one isn't
very
so bad.
uncomfortable. Okay.
Depending on, it depends on if this is something that you dream about. Losing your teeth, yet again, like I said, was probably like one of my most frequent dream things. But for whatever reason, I also dream about being chased. And not by myself specifically. I'm not being chased by any specific entity or person or being, but I've been in dreams where it's like, man, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. I'm stuck in this hallway, doorway, whatever. I'm like, I gotta go. This is not the place to be. Someone's gonna mess with me. They're coming after me. I didn't pass grade 5 math, and my teacher's running after me, and somehow I'm bald with a beard in grade 5. So
you've always looked like this is what you're saying. What you're I think we tell you.
In my dreams, apparently so. Anyway, dreams that feature being pursued by a known or unknown attacker can be particularly terrifying. These types of dreams are very common, but what do these dreams say about what's going on inside your mind? Dream interpreters often suggest that such dreams mean that you are trying to avoid something in your daily life, and goes right along with losing your teeth. I avoid everything in my daily life, so this just relates 100%. Just found one of the best names I think that we've had on the podcast. Author Tony Crisp.
Wow.
Dream Dictionary suggests that being chased in a dream might indicate a desire to escape from one's own fears or desire. The key to understanding what such a dream might mean depends partly on the identity of your pursuer. Being chased by an animal might indicate that you are hiding from your own anger, passions, and other feelings. If your pursuer is a mysterious, unknown figure, it might represent a childhood experience or past trauma. If you are being chased by someone of the opposite sex, Crisp suggests that it means you are afraid of love or haunted by a past relationship. And if you're out there, Aaron, I hate you.
Oh, man.
Just kidding, Aaron. You're pretty okay. I don't know what you're doing now, but you might be all right. But yeah, that's being chased. Have you guys ever had the dream where you're being chased or had the feeling that you had to run from something?
Yeah, all the time, man. I have that dream all the time.
I get that dream, but I get a fun variation on it where I'm getting chased, but for some reason my legs don't work properly. And one that I can remember the most vividly is my feet are caught in for some reason I have a spare tire, a literal spare tire around my legs, and I'm trying to run while I have this tire on for some reason. I have no idea why, but.
You're holding a spare tire.
That's the variation, is that for some reason I have trouble. I can't move. I know I got to get away, but
perhaps you feel that there's nothing you can run away from. It's just all coming in on you.
That's true. Or maybe I just got to get rid of this spare tire, he says as he slaps his belly.
I've had the dream, had kind of like a combo hybrid dream where I'm being chased. I can't move, and then when I finally can move, I fall off of the bridge that I'm running on. I'm stuck, I can't move, and then I'll be able to move, and then I have the falling dream. So it's like a combination of the two.
Your teeth fall out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am really looking forward to having this dream. Do you guys ever have a dream where someone's chasing you and everybody's teeth are falling out and you're just running on
it's
teeth? Just a
dream
carpet of
WrestleMania.
teeth?
It's like all the things put into one big match. Ooh.
Totally. Ugh.
I'm not going to bed tonight.
No sleep.
I was hoping that you would have I think I asked you before we started this if this was going to be a comfortable thing, and you're like, oh yeah, it'll make you feel good.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was going to cut so deep.
I mean, okay, look, you know what? When you guys ask about, what kind of dreams you frequently have, I mean, I assume that we were looking for the more troubling ones and not like the other certain dreams that I have all the time, which are a lot more enjoyable for me, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Laundry.
But I thought we're keeping it family friendly here.
We're keeping it family friendly here. Yeah, we're traumatizing, but we're not talking about Charlie's special feelings. Yeah, man.
I want to talk about Charlie's special feelings.
Dear Dream Journal, it happened again.
She said yes. We didn't talk about it. Not that I really wanted to bring it up. But man, have you guys ever had a dream where you're fighting somebody and no matter how hard you hit, it feels like you're just blowing on them?
Oh, and you try, but nothing happens.
And they just stand there and laugh at you. You idiot, trying to punch your dream.
I don't often have fighting dreams, but there is one that I had. And it goes way back to, I think it was high school. Was it junior high or high school? But there was this one bully, once upon a time, and he always used to pick on me just like bullies do. And then a bunch of years go by, and I haven't heard or thought of this guy. And then one night I have this dream where he's there, and I just lay into him and just beat the shit out of him, right?
Yeah.
And I wake up and I was like, well, obviously I had some unfinished business there, right? But then and this is the crazy part is I find out literally the next day that the guy actually died the day before.
Whoa, what?
And I hadn't thought about him for years, and then I was like, oh, well, that's a little spooky,
Yeah,
Charlie,
100%. That's
you murdered him in your sleep.
I did not.
Blunt force trauma.
I know, right? But it's just the collective unconscious, just
that wavelength. Yeah.
Somehow my brain just caught a hold of that wave and just was like, all right, well, it's now time to let go because boom, because of reason.
Let go.
So
maybe you didn't have unfinished business with him. He had unfinished business with you.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's scary.
He was like, hey man, I'm sorry. I'm just going to let you beat me up in your dreams.
Yeah. Just
see you later.
Give yourself
you
that
get your little bit and then we go. That's so creepy.
That is super creepy. That's a creepy thing to think about, man. Yeah.
Could have put that in the episode.
Well, if someone has a dream and you're in it, are you having the same dream? Are you linked up?
Or dream dates. Yeah, those are the best.
We can keep all of this in. I'm still recording.
But man, what a connection, man. Holy
right?
Geez, yeah.
It's just so weird to have something like that happen. If something like that happened and then that's it, then fine, whatever, right? That's just your brain letting go of something.
But you find out the next day.
The next day, you're like, oh yeah, that person, they actually just died. You're like, what the fuck?
Oops.
Oh, that's not great. Okay.
You didn't know you had that superpower.
Don't mess with my think movies.
Yeah.
Let's end on a little bit more of a lighter note. I've had dreams before where you remember the Never-Ending Story? Mm-hmm. Falkor, the wish dragon.
Yeah, you mean the movie where the horse dies for 6 hours? And
we said on a lighter note, Andrew.
Jesus, Andrew, man. I didn't bring it on a lighter note.
You brought it up, man. That's all I think about when you're like, yeah, on a lighter note.
Okay, that's all you can think of. But a highlight for me was Falkor, the wish dragon. And I have had, when I was a kid, I had dreams. I would have a not commonly, but on a couple occasions occurring dream where I was just ripping around on Falkor. And that was pretty cool. So, I don't all just have terrible, horrible dreams that mirror things that have happened in real life and or make me, some kind of a psychology patient or something. Sometimes they're just fun.
Well, right then, dreamers, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We sure do appreciate your friendship. We will be back later in the month. And shockingly, I'm not quite ready to talk about this yet, but season 4 is right around the corner. We're almost done July. I hate saying that. And then we will start season 4 on September 5th. Wha-bam! In the interim, if you need some It's a Conspiracy chuckles in your heart, then you can check out all of our past casts and social media stuff at itsconspiracypodcast.com. I wrote check down twice. That's what I'm talking about here. Yeah, check.
That's that napping on your phone, man.
Yeah, and typing with my thumbs. I've never... But I was like, oh, this is funny. check. So you can check out all of our stuff there and have a real good time while you do so.
That's right.
Nice.
My Geosites dream journal, dream blog.
So see you soon and take care.
Bye.
See you never.
For in dreams we enter a world that's entirely our own. Let them swim in the deepest ocean or glide over the highest